Hey everybody, this is David Scarica, stock chart of the day for November 29th, Black Friday. I hope everybody did well on Thanksgiving. I know a lot of you are Canadian. Thanksgiving is always kind of a football day for me. I make some chili. My aunt used to make chili in Canada well, she still does. But when I lived in Canada, I used to go there and she used to make chili and we'd watch the football games and they weren't the greatest games. First game was okay. But the second game and third game were pretty boring. I actually went to bed by halftime. Because I guess living on the island with little nightlife and getting older, or getting close to 50, I'm pretty boring. Like most of these night games, the Raiders haven't had a prime time game all year. So other than if it's my team playing, I make it to about halftime in most of these games, unless it's a really good game. So usually what I do is I leave the game on and I in my living room and I just kind of fall asleep in my bedroom. And if I hear something going on, I'll drag my butt out of bed and watch it. So anyhow, so I just wanted to tell everybody, again, Profit from Pessimism, has now replaced Stock Chart of the Day. Stock Chart of the Day is still, like, we're still doing these charts of the day. It's part of Profit from Pessimism. So I have a special lifetime members here. It's $900. It's a month, but it's one time. So on Patreon, I'll send it to you. And also, if you were to wire me the money, it's $700. So the regular price is $1,200, right? And you can also buy it between 22, 24-month installments of 60 or 12 installments of 110. So, if it'd be 1,300 if you do it over 100, 1 month, or sorry, 12 months, monthly, or it would be about 1,400 if you did it over 2 years monthly. So, and obviously there's going to be more to it. So just so you know, nothing that's going to change is right now I have been sending the Patreon members like everything, but I think starting, I guess, next month, which will be December 1st, the Patreon members are just going to get these weekly updates. Now, if I do two weekly updates, maybe you'll get that. But like the trade updates, the PDFs are now just going to be for lifetime members. And when I start my Substack, which is $27 a month. So unfortunately, I'm not going to probably start the Substack for a month or two. So really, the next month or two, that's part of the reason I've been giving the Patreon members everything is I don't have the Substack yet. So what I may do is start like a $27 a month tier on Patreon, and then you just give me your email, and then you can have access to that too as well. Because that's and I got it. I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna do something extra for lifetime members. Maybe a quarterly question and answer session on Zoom or something like this. I'll do something like this kind of going forward, and maybe a monthly update that's just for lifetime members. And I'm gonna start a service. I have one guy I do this with right now, which will be for about $2,500 a year. I'm going to limit it to 50 people or 50 to 60 people. And every 2 months, you send me what you want as a personalized chart. And then the other members all get access to that too. So if I get 50, 60 people on it, I'll be doing a personalized chart almost every day for these. And then you can view those as well. And then if you do become a lifetime member, what I'll do is I'll take $1,000 off it for the first year. And you'll get the first year for 1,500, and then maybe I'll just make it so if you are a lifetime member, maybe you renew at 2,000 a year or something instead of 2,500. Anyhow, it's something I'm thinking about, but for now, let's just do this lifetime subscription. Again, so it's 900. That's a savings of 25%. And then if you're willing to wire me the money, because you understand Patreon takes off like 20% or so. So I'm only going to get about 700 of that anyhow. And if you wire me 700, I get the same. Wiring fees about 40 to $50. You're going to save $150. So it kind of works out for both of us. And it goes right in my bank account. Because Patreon, I got to send it to another, something called Payoneer. I got to send it to that. And then I got to send the Payoneer to my bank account. So I have to do all that. I just do that one time a month. So anyhow, lifetime membership, $900, 25% off, etc. And also too, like Patreon members don't get access to these private placements and other things, et cetera, et cetera. And I do these little trading updates, that are just available via email, and Patreon members don't get that either because it's only $7 a month. It's like the bare bones service. Um, so anyhow, so let's look at a few things. First, let's look at our one of our sponsor companies before we get into here. Please, I'm using stock charts. Please ignore this. This is their thing. I'm actually most of the stocks I buy. It's funny. I was doing a scan. So this is bar chart. So bar chart's got a great thing where I can find all these beaten up stocks that are down 80, 90% over the last few years. So I'm going to be really doing this from now to the end of the year and finding new companies. I found one and again, they're all going to be strong sales because I'm a contrarian and I'm looking for these beaten up plays. But we can see that Regency here, got beaten up. There was a big tax loss selling, and They've now they're trying to raise 2.5 million. They've raised about half of that. They closed the first tranche on Wednesday, and that's good news because he can now use this money towards the drilling, et cetera, et cetera. I participated in this, et cetera. So now I think now they can get going on the drilling, et cetera. I think the second tranche is just going to be one or two large investors. So you can see it only has a $10 million market capitalization here. They already have about 11 million ounces inferred, and they're surrounded by seniors. I've talked about this stock in the past. So I think this is giving you an excellent, this is a guy named John Kaiser does the bottom fishing report, and he used to do these stocks like this. And he would look for these beaten up stocks that get hit by Tesla selling. I got another one I'm going to talk to you about in the next week or two as well. That's like a 2 cent stock as well. So I think like at very least this could quickly rebound to 15 cents once the tax loss selling season is over at the end of the year. And that's like a 30% gain, 40% gain from these levels. And then if we go look at a year chart, we'll go to full chart right here. Um, I'm gonna get it. Let's get a 2 year chart. Yeah, I think that once you can break this kind of 16 cent level, then you're talking like the early 20s, and then there's the resistance in the mid 20s, and then some here in the low 30s. And after the low 30s, you're really talking like you could go back up to almost these highs up here. So obviously they'll need some good drilling results. And I have to be correct in my assumption that gold and silver resume their uptrend, and we see that happening. So Regency, again, full disclosure, I have a marketing agreement with them. They're a sponsor of Stock Chart of the Day or Profit from Pessimism. It's still Stock Chart of the Day that they're actually a sponsor of that segment of Profit from Pessimism. And I own the stock in both my family's account, and I participated in the private placement. So there you go. So this is, as it is, Boxing Day is the Macy Days parade. Let's look at Macy's today. So Macy's is a stock that's really struggled. They're doing a big restructuring now. They're closing a whole bunch of stores, etc. You can see in late 2023, it went down to $10. It actually did have, again, we're going to go look at a longer term chart so we can see this, the maximum pessimism. You can see in 2020 during COVID, when everything was closed, it went to like $3-4 a share, almost the 2029 low. And go look at this. After 2029, when it went from 27 to like $2, it went up to 50 by 2015. And then, and this is kind of one thing that a theme I'll touch on, I'll tell you about in a second. It went to 3-4, then it went almost 10x. So this is stock I would look at buying again. So the theme I talk about buying is often some stocks peak while the market's going up. Remember, the market increased after 2015. Well, there was a bear market in 2018. Ironically, Macy's went up during that bear market, but basically the real washout low was 2020 during COVID. So Macy's went down for 5 or 6 years and went down before the market peaked. But then when it bottomed, it was one of the leaders coming out of it, going up tenfold. And we can see the same thing has happened now. It peaked in 2021. So if I'm correct and we get this bear market in 2025 and 2026, I think we may get it then. Macy's could go back down to those levels. And because it has already started to decline, it could be a leader coming out of it. So anyway, I just wanted to show you Macy's Day Parade. I really don't see this as a buy or sell right now. Or maybe a sell if you wanted to short if it does go down, but there are better shorts out here than this. I just wanted to show you it's kind of in this downtrend, and potentially during the next bust in the markets could be a buy. So just to finish off, I'll have the link to this, our lifetime subscription offer special, and I'll have it in the email I blast out. I'll have it below. I'll have my email below this video here. And yeah, $900 a month or $700 a month or $700 a year, 900 a year. Sorry. So when you get this, I'll just cancel it for you like the next day. The 900 goes through. We cancel it without a refund, and that's it. Oh, by the way, this will be good till next week. So next Friday, which I think is, if I'm correct, like December the 5th or 4th. So it will be good till next week. Yeah, December 5th, I think. So anyhow, everybody take care. And and also Regency closing the financing, and Macy's. So everybody take care. Have a great one, and watch out. Look at the link below, please. Sorry, I got some hiccups there. And please, we hope to have you on board our lifetime subscription.